Attraction after 50 often begins with a quiet question rather than a bold gesture. A woman leaves a conversational door cracked open, tests the waters, and waits. And the man sitting right across from her frequently turns away without realizing the invitation was even extended. Because these signals have shifted from the physical to the conversational, roughly 97% of men over 50 miss the exact moment a woman begins to flirt with them. Many men search for high-energy, direct cues of their younger years, unaware that the language of attraction has evolved into something far more subtle. This matrix shows how that signature changes over time. In your 20s, the markers were obvious. By 50, the approach is defined by subtext, inquisitive probing, and a high degree of caution. Instead of physical contact, she will use quiet doors, casual questions that allow her to test your availability and confidence without risking an overt rejection. When these questions are taken literally, the conversation stays at a polite, neutral level. You walk away thinking it was a pleasant exchange, while she assumes your lack of engagement means you aren't interested. Success at this stage is less about performing a clever routine and more about developing a grounded, attentive presence that can recognize these openings as they happen. Small talk at this age serves as a psychological screening tool. It allows a woman to gather data on how you view yourself and your past before she decides to lean in. This starts with the age test. She isn't looking for a number when she asks, "How old are you, really?" One path leads to the defensive joke, an attempt to deflect the question or mock the reality of aging. The other path is grounded confidence, a simple, comfortable acknowledgement of the years you've lived. She is evaluating your aliveness. If you flinch at the number, it signals that you view your age as a burden. If you own it, you prove that you are fully present in your own life. The next hurdle is the baggage test, which often takes the form of the question, "Why aren't you married?" This question invites a specific reaction, the impulse to justify your current status by explaining your history. Many men respond by venting about past heartbreaks or the difficulties of divorce. A more effective path is a calm, brief answer that shows you have moved past the history and are ready for what comes next. She is conducting an audit of your current emotional state. A bitter explanation suggests you are still carrying the weight of the past, while a steady response signals that you are an emotionally safe space. Navigating these moments requires you to choose the vulnerability of showing a stable, healed self over the temporary comfort of ego protection. Once the past is cleared, the focus shifts to how you view the women in your current life. This next evaluation is often phrased as, "Do you date younger women?" There is an instinct to use this to sound macho or to get defensive. However, the most effective response prioritizes energy and connection over a birth year. Beneath the question, she is looking for permission to see herself as a viable option. Bragging about younger dates makes her feel outcompeted, whereas focusing on connection validates the spark she's currently feeling. The final test is the request for your type, usually asked as, "What kind of woman do you usually go for?" This functions as a self-selection mechanism where she determines if she fits the picture you hold in your mind. Men often respond with a literal list of physical traits or hobbies. A more mature approach is to describe character qualities, like curiosity or a sense of peace. Reciting a physical checklist suggests you are still chasing a fantasy. Emphasizing character allows the woman sitting in front of you to see her own best qualities in your answer. Attraction after 50 is built by creating an inclusive space for the person in front of you, rather than holding them up against a rigid, superficial menu. Successful dating at this stage is a balance between the urge to perform for an audience and the ability to remain grounded in the moment. You don't need to try harder. You simply need to unlearn the habits of deflecting and over-explaining that keep you from noticing these openings. We map emotional baggage against conversational awareness. Men seeing fast results hit the high readiness zone, having healed their past to read subtle signals. If navigating bitterness, you hit the upper quadrant where scripts cannot mask unhealed internal resolution. For those in this category, the most effective move is to step back. The internal emotional work of finding peace is a necessary prerequisite to successfully navigating these subtle social tests. When you are ready, success is marked by a specific kind of stillness, the ability to hold a gaze and accept compliments without flinching. Finding a connection after 50 is rarely about what a woman asks. It is about having the awareness to see the door she just opened and the confidence to walk through it.